Life is a journey riddled with trials, triumphs, and moments of reflection. Along the way, we often seek guidance, a beacon of wisdom to navigate the stormy seas of existence. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy rooted in discipline, virtue, and resilience, offers us timeless principles for living a meaningful and balanced life. These 10 rules, drawn from the teachings of Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and others, are not mere abstractions. They are tools for transformation. As we embark on this exploration together, let us remember, the goal is not perfection but progress, not rigidity but intentional living. Let us walk this path hand in hand and rediscover the strength within. 1. Embrace the power of perception. We do not control events, we control how we perceive them. The philosopher Epictetus taught us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Our perception shapes reality. Consider this: 2 individuals face the same setback, yet one succumbs to despair while the other discovers an opportunity to grow. Why? The difference lies in perception. When we encounter adversity, we must pause and ask ourselves, how else might I view this? What lesson is hidden here? By training ourselves to shift from a reactive mindset to one of deliberate interpretation, we gain the ability to turn every obstacle into a stepping stone. This does not mean ignoring pain or hardship, but rather reframing it in a way that empowers us. Life's circumstances may be beyond our control, but the narrative we craft about those circumstances is entirely our own. Let us wield this power wisely, turning even life's harshest blows into catalysts for growth and resilience. Take a moment to reflect on your past struggles. How did you interpret them then? And how might you see them now? Rewriting the story of our hardships is not denial, it is liberation. By consciously choosing our perspective, we free ourselves from the chains of victimhood and step into the role of the hero in our own life story. 2. Master your desires. True freedom lies in mastering what we want and what we fear. As Marcus Aurelius advised, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Desires are seductive, whispering promises of happiness and fulfillment. Yet how often have we obtained what we desired, only to find the satisfaction fleeting? The Stoics teach us to examine our desires with scrutiny. What drives them? Are they aligned with our values, or are they distractions leading us astray? To master desire is not to suppress all longing, but to redirect it toward what truly matters: growth, virtue, and wisdom. This mastery is a lifelong practice. Start small, delay gratification, question impulsive cravings, and observe how much of your inner peace is tied to external things. Over time, you will find that true contentment comes not from acquiring more, but from needing less. Think of the wealthiest person you know. Are they truly free? Wealth, power, and material abundance are meaningless without the mastery of one's inner world. By learning to want less, we unearth the profound joy that simplicity brings. In this, we discover the paradox of freedom. By controlling our desires, we are no longer controlled by them. 3. Prepare for life's storms. Life's tempests are inevitable. Seneca reminds us, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Imagine a sailor who only sails calm seas. When the storm inevitably strikes, he is unprepared, vulnerable. We too must train ourselves for adversity. This practice begins in the mind. The Stoics advocated for premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. This involves imagining worst-case scenarios: losing a job, facing rejection, enduring illness. While this may seem grim, its purpose is not to dwell in fear, but to build resilience. By confronting these possibilities in advance, we reduce their power over us. When the unexpected occurs, we find ourselves ready, our minds fortified. Moreover, this practice shifts our perspective. When we consider how much worse things could be, we cultivate gratitude for what we have. Life will bring storms, But with preparation, we can weather them with grace and strength, emerging not broken, but tempered. Picture yourself standing in the midst of chaos, not as a victim, but as a rock, steadfast, unmoving, and resolute. This is the power of preparation. 4. Align action with virtue. Virtue is the anchor of the Stoic life. Justice, courage, wisdom, and temperance are our guiding stars. Every decision must be weighed against these pillars. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one, Marcus Aurelius implored. It is easy to speak of virtue, to admire it in others, but living it requires constant effort. Consider justice. Do our actions contribute to fairness and equity? Courage. Do we stand firm in the face of fear? Wisdom. Do we seek knowledge and truth? Temperance. Do we exercise self-restraint and balance? Each day presents countless opportunities to act virtuously or fall short. The choice is ours. By aligning our actions with virtue, we build a life of integrity and purpose. Virtue is not a lofty ideal. It is the compass guiding us through the complexities of life. Let us follow it steadfastly, knowing that each virtuous act strengthens our character and inspires others to do the same. Picture virtue as a foundation stone. Each time we act in alignment with it, we build a fortress that can withstand life's strongest winds. How strong is your fortress? 5. Practice voluntary discomfort. Comfort dulls the spirit. Hardship sharpens it. Epictetus suggested practicing austerity. Train yourself to let go of what you fear to lose. In a world that prizes convenience, it is tempting to avoid discomfort at all costs. Yet, growth arises from challenge, not ease. Voluntary discomfort is a training ground for resilience. This could mean fasting to experience hunger without fear, taking cold showers to embrace physical discomfort, or spending time alone to confront solitude. These practices teach us two vital lessons. First, they reveal that we can endure more than we think. Second, they free us from the illusion that comfort is necessary for happiness. By willingly stepping into discomfort, we build mental toughness and learn to face life's inevitable hardships with courage. Imagine stripping away life's luxuries and standing face to face with your essential self. What remains? Strength, resolve, and a profound sense of inner peace. By practicing voluntary discomfort, we reclaim our power from the fleeting pleasures that often distract us from our true purpose. 6. Let go of what you cannot control. The dichotomy of control is a cornerstone of Stoicism. Epictetus declared, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." Imagine a man trying to control the weather. His frustration grows with every storm, yet his efforts are futile. How often do we behave like this man, railing against the uncontrollable? The Stoics teach us to focus solely on what lies within our power: our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Everything else, the opinions of others, the outcomes of our efforts, even our health, is beyond our grasp. By releasing our grip on the uncontrollable, we find peace. This is not indifference, but wisdom. It allows us to redirect our energy toward what we can influence, creating a life of purpose and serenity. Consider the serenity prayer. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. It echoes this principle. Each time we catch ourselves fretting over what we cannot change, let us pause and shift our focus inward. In this practice lies true liberation. Let us imagine our lives as a garden. We cannot control the rain or the sun, but we can choose the seeds we plant and the care we provide. By focusing on what we can nurture, we create a space of beauty and growth, regardless of external conditions. 7. Meditate on mortality. Memento mori. Remember, you must die. To ponder death is not morbid, but clarifying. Seneca wrote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing." Imagine holding a precious vase. Its fragility makes you treasure it more. Life is no different. By reflecting on our mortality, we strip away trivial concerns and focus on what truly matters. How often do we take time for granted, postponing dreams and neglecting relationships? To embrace mortality is to recognize that each moment is a gift. How would you live if you knew this day might be your last? Would you spend it in anger, in fear, or in gratitude? This awareness does not diminish life, it enriches it. The Stoics saw death not as an end, but as a reminder to live fully. When we meditate on mortality, we awaken to the preciousness of the present and the urgency of living with intention. Take time each day to reflect. If today were my last, have I lived well? Have I acted with kindness, courage, and authenticity? Let this reflection guide your actions and choices, ensuring that when the final moment comes, it finds you at peace. 8. Seek the wisdom of stillness. In the chaos of life, silence is a sanctuary. Marcus Aurelius often retreated within himself, writing, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." In our modern world, stillness is a rarity. We are bombarded by noise, distractions, and demands. Yet, it is in stillness that clarity emerges. Take time each day to sit in silence, to reflect, to breathe deeply. This practice grounds us, helping us reconnect with our inner compass. Stillness is not merely the absence of activity, it is the presence of awareness. It is the space where we process our experiences, make sense of our emotions, and chart our path forward. Imagine a lake. When its surface is disturbed, it cannot reflect the sky. But when it is still, it mirrors the heavens with perfect clarity. Our minds are much the same. In the stillness, we gain perspective, understanding, and peace. Let us guard these moments of stillness, knowing they are not a luxury, but a necessity for a balanced and purposeful life. 9. Be a citizen of the world. The Stoics believed in cosmopolitanism, the idea that we are part of a greater whole. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it." We are interconnected. Our actions ripple beyond ourselves, influencing others and shaping the world. To be a citizen of the world is to act with compassion, humility, and a sense of shared responsibility. This does not mean losing our individuality, but recognizing that our well-being is tied to the well-being of others. Imagine a single thread in a vast tapestry. Alone, it may seem insignificant, but together with others, it forms a masterpiece. Let us strive to contribute positively to the world, knowing that in lifting others we elevate ourselves. Volunteer, mentor, or simply offer a kind word. Each act of generosity strengthens the bonds that unite us. Together, we create a legacy of unity and kindness, one that transcends borders and time. 10. Leave a legacy of character. Fame is fleeting, virtue endures. Marcus Aurelius urged, "What we do now echoes in eternity." Consider what legacy you wish to leave behind. Will it be one of material wealth or one of character? True legacy is not measured by accolades, but by the impact we have on others. Each act of kindness, each moment of integrity, plants a seed that may bloom long after we are gone. Imagine the stories people will tell about you. Will they speak of your generosity, your strength, your wisdom? By living a life guided by virtue, we inspire others to do the same. Legacy is not about monuments or titles. It is about the lives we touch and the values we embody. Let us not strive for recognition, but for meaningful impact, knowing that in cultivating our character, we leave a mark that time cannot erase. In every action, let us ask, am I living in a way that will make the world better, even in the smallest of ways? This is the legacy that matters most. The Stoic path is not an easy one, but it is a path worth walking. It calls us to rise above our fears, to cultivate inner strength, and to find purpose amidst chaos. Through the teachings of Stoicism, we learn that life is not about avoiding hardship, but about embracing it as a teacher. Each challenge we face becomes an opportunity to grow, each moment of stillness a chance to reflect, and each act of virtue a step closer to becoming our best selves. As we conclude this journey through the 10 Stoic rules for a better life, let us commit to living with intention, guided by the wisdom of those who came before us. Let us strive not for perfection, but for progress, knowing that each small step forward brings us closer to the life we are meant to lead. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Now, the choice is yours. Will you take the first step?